Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in and to watching my video. So on today's recipe, we are going to prepare a very simple recipe of preparing wet fry or dry fry chicken. Yes, wet fry or dry fry chicken. First thing I might do is start by preparing my onions and preparing my tomato. I do peel my tomato. Yes, I do peel my tomato. You will need one large tomato and one onion, but you can use as many onions you want, as many tomato as you want. It depends with you how you love your food and how you love your food having tomatoes. For me, I don't like so much tomato. I don't like tomato at all. So after I'm done, I'll put them and wash them, and then I'll start preparing my chicken. As you can see, that's my chicken. It's well cut. I'm not going to cut it again. It's well cut. I'm going to wash it, thoroughly wash it. After I wash it very well, after I wash it, after washing it, I will add vinegar. Yes, I'll add vinegar to kill the germs or to remove the germs, because chicken is being handled by a lot of hands, so you want to get those germs. It's not a must you add vinegar. If you don't have vinegar, you can add salt and let it soak for some few minutes. As we put our chicken aside, I'm going to be preparing our tomatoes and our onions. Okay, I'm going to start with tomato. As for me, I like my tomato very thin chopped. I love them being thin, being very well chopped. And don't mind my background. I have some of your kids at home, so they may be making noise. So don't mind my background. Apologies for that. As you can see, I'm done chopping my tomatoes. I'm just making sure that they are very small. I'm not a fan of tomato, and my family is not a fan of tomato. They hate seeing tomato on their food. And we could not use tomato paste because it has a lot of oil. We'll put that aside and start with our onions. Because at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends. Don't forget to tell a friend and a friend to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Let's chop our onion into small pieces. As you can see, I'm doing them into very, very, very small pieces. As you can see, my meat, it's well, have rested for some few minutes. So I'm just going to try to clean up the space, and then we go to the gas. At this point, as you can see, we are turning on our gas, putting on our sufuria. We'll wait for some few minutes for it to heat and to be dry. After you have treated it, we'll add some little oil, not too much oil, because don't forget we are using chicken has its own fat. Yes, chicken has its own fat, so we can't put too much oil. Then we'll add our onion, stir them until you see they almost turning golden brown. If you like golden brown, it's depends on the way you like your onions. As for me, I like either golden brown or almost to golden brown. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring, keep mixing, mix, let it mix together, let it be equal. Don't let one side to overheat and the side to overheat. Don't do that. And at this point, our onion is ready. We'll have to add our tomato. Yes, at this point, we'll have to add our tomatoes. Mix properly. Mix it properly. Let it be cooked, let it be soft. Cook it until it's soft. You can cover it at this point for 2 to 3 minutes, but be careful it doesn't burn. As for spices, you can put as many spices as you want. You can add as many spices as you want. As for me, I'm going to go through with few spices, not too much, because you're not a fan of spices. Just few spices. But before you add the spices, make sure your tomato are well cooked. Okay, make sure your tomato is well cooked. Don't add your spices if your tomato is not cooked, please. And at this point, my tomato is well prepared. I will add curry powder. I also add chili cube. And then I will add Maggi or Royco cube. And then I'll mix them together. Mix them, mix them until you see they are started being sticky. After you've seen they started being sticky, then you add your chicken one by one, step by step, mixing them. We need it to be coated with that brown, with that spice. We need it will need to be well mixed. Mix well, mix them properly. Mix them. As you can see, I'm mixing them. I want the spices, I want the onion, I want the oil to enter to the kitchen, to enter the chicken inside the kitchen. Oh my god. Then we have to cover it for some few minutes to let it preserve the spices. After I've covered for like 2 minutes, I'll come again. So you can see the chicken has its own water, but I'll add a little bit since I come from the mountain. In the mountain we love water, so I'll add the percentage to be well cooked. Let it to be perfectly cooked. Then don't forget to add salt for taste, but that's why I made my biggest mistake, because my salt was too much. But it was eatable though. Then add 1 cup of water. Depending on the way you want your meat to be cooked. If you don't want it to be cooked that much, then you can add just a little bit of water. Then I remembered, I'll be eating it with Kenyan fufu. Yes, let's prepare Kenyan fufu. Our water has boiled. Let's add our flour and let's start mixing it. Mix, 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 mix. At this point, I had to add a little bit of flour. Just too smooth. As you can see, I'm adding. Mix it properly till you feel yes, depending on the way you want yours to be. At this point, as you can see, my chicken is ready. As you can see, it has a very nice soup. I'm just giving it 2 minutes. So I prepared my Kenyan fufu, and then boom, this is my stew. This is dry stew. You can add coriander, you can add greens. As for me, I don't do greens since